It's late October and we're in northern Minnesota, the Grand Rapids area lakes to be exact. This is the time of year where you can go after big fish. And I have with me our Director of Operations, Mark Boyd. Mark is the glue that holds our operation together. He's also one heck of a stick. He came from North Dakota. He likes to chase walleyes and smallmouth. So today, we're going out together to get your next bite.
An early departure comes with glistening whispers of the impending winter in the form of a thin layer of frost that greets Gary Parsons and Mark Boyd as they set out for northern Minnesota's Grand Rapids area lakes in hopes of enjoying a fall live redtail minnow rigging walleye bite.
Man cannot fish with cold ears. It is not right.
A large part of live bait rigging is purely a mental game. An angler has to be able to read the activity of the baited minnow, recognize even the lightest bite, and know how long to let that potential bite run with the bait, all the while maintaining the appropriate boat control to covertly stay on top of the fish for a more advantageous vertical hook set. So when would such an intense and somewhat complicated technique even be appropriate? Classic fall patterns. This is the combination that has given Gary and Mark the opportunity to catch multiple species of fish that they have located using the GPS and sonar off the deep water side along steep break lines.
I got a bite.
Good. You peeling her? I usually give them a good 20 seconds or so.
Yeah. Let's see. Kind of sitting still right now.
Normally the way we kind of set the hooks on these, Mark, is when you tighten up the slack just real quick and kind of get into the weight of the fish. That seems to work the best because if the minnow, what happens is if the minnow pulls out of his mouth, you can stop right away and it's right there. You haven't swept it away from him. And they'll bite it again a lot of times.
All right. Come on, fishy.
Oh, wow, he's really peeling the line, isn't he?
He really is.
I'm going to reel up here and get out of your way and turn the boat around. Okay, I'm just going to kind of slowly work back so you get a better angle on them.
You really did take a lot of line off.
Yeah, you know, with the big minnows, you like to kind of get a vertical set on them. A lot of guys make the mistake to drift with the wind or keep going, and they get so much line out, they lose control. We'll get right over the top so you can kind of control him. He doesn't control you. You think he's still there, Mark?
Oh yeah, I feel him.
Okay, it looks like the angle of the line's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot.
Okay.
I got him.
Oh, that looks like a pretty good fish. I thought we were right on top of him, but I guess we weren't. How's he feel?
He feels pretty good. I got it in back reel, so I'm ready for him if he wants to take off. There's the sinker.
Yeah, I haven't seen the fish though.
Oh, I see something down there.
Yeah. Remember, you got to lift real high because that leader's long.
I got a long leader on.
Yeah, he's a nice walleye.
Here we go, Gary. Yep. Here we go.
Get him. How you are, buddy.
Get him.
Oh yeah, that's a good fish. Nice fat one, Mark.
Oh, right.
I'll tell you, all the time that you gave that fish.
Well, because like when he first bit, he was just sitting there.
Well, we gave him all that time, and he ran and he ran. You know, how the line he took and stuff, and the length, you just barely hooked. I mean, it was just hanging there. Boy, that's a nice fish, Mark.
Yeah, it's a
really chunky, fat.
Beautiful fish. Oh, let her go.
Yeah, the one thing about the fall, when you take them out of 20 feet of water, so
yeah, we want to get it back.
Quick, so good.
All right. Okay, girl. You all right? Oh yeah, he's ready to go.
Oh wow.
Live bait rigging, almost more than any other technique in walleye fishing, is all about feel. Now sometimes the bite, a fish will really grab the bait and there's no question whether you've got a bite or not. Like that right there.
You got a bite?
I got a bite.
Oh yeah, start doing a tip and then you get a bite.
Go figure.
Actually,
I'm
gonna back the boat up for you, Mark.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's taking quite a bit of line.
Better angle on the fish. I like it when it's calm like this. You can back right up to him.
I got him.
You got him?
I got him.
How's he feel?
He feels. I think it's a bass because he wanted to come straight to the surface. Right?
Really? That's straight up.
Well,
it looks kind of down to me. Ooh, you're right. It is a big bass. Mr. Bass Guy, I should know better than to question you.
I've caught enough of them.
Wow. I tell you, these fish are huge here.
Oh, they're world class. You know, it's been a long time since I caught a fish like that other than on the Great Lakes.
But you know, I've seen this happen so many times before where a good smallie, the bass run right with the walleyes.
Oh, yeah. That's classic fall on these northern Minnesota lakes.
No doubt. Usually in the summer months, the smallies are up a little shallower. Let's say if you're fishing a sunken hump and it tops out at 20 feet, the smallies will be right on top and the walleyes will be off the edges. A lot of times 5, 10 feet, you know, deeper than what the smallies are. In the late fall like this, they'll run right together lots of times because the walleyes will come up a little shallower or the smallies go deeper. But if there's rock like this little spot we're fishing right now, you can catch both side by side. That's a heck of a fish, Mark.
It's a nice fish.
Big fat smallie.
All right, remember, live bait rigging, it's all about feel. Those light bites are gonna feel just like a little bit of resistance on the rod tip, like you're just starting to get a snag, but the weight's kind of coming with you. That's a light bite. What you wanna do then is release the line, but not just to drop it. You wanna like control the line down, set this like you're just setting the sinker down on the bottom. You drop it too fast, that fish is gonna know something's up and let go of the bait. Once you do that, then you just kind of wanna feed the line out to the fish. You know, he's going to take off with it, swim with it a little bit. We're using great big chubs in this situation, big minnows, so we're going to let them have it a little bit longer. If you're using leeches or collars, you don't have to let them have it all that long. Then you want to position yourself as vertical over the fish as you can. Use your electric motor, back up over the fish so that you're right back over the top of them. That's going to give you the best chance of getting a good hook set into that fish. And to set the hook, it's not a big sweeping hook set. You just want to get over the fish, reel real slow till you feel the fish on the line, and then it's just reel real fast. You want to let the rod load up, let the line load up, and let that set the hook into the fish's mouth. That's going to get you more fish.
The real deal. Straight talk to make you a better fisherman. Brought to you by Bass Pro Shops.
We've been fishing all day by rigging minnows, and I know I'm going to show you a rig, right? And there's been a million walleye shows on rigging. How could there be a new twist? Well, there really is. Components can make the little differences to give you more bites. First thing is the hooks. There's really two types. The first hook is Mustad's 9264R. This is a 1X fine hook, and it's red. I like using red hooks. They seem to be a good attractor. Light wire hooks allow your bait to move more natural and more freely. Now, this is a great all-around hook, one that you can pick up and use just right out of the package. I'm going to take you to another level, the tournament level, the level on which I like to fish tournaments. I use another hook where I'm taking the time to hand bend it. This is a live bait hook from Mustad. It's even thinner wire. I like to modify the hook shape though, and I'm going to show you how to do that. We'll take one of these hooks out of the package. What I like to do is, the reason I love this hook is because it's so thin in diameter. The wire is so thin. I actually grab the hook and then I put a little bit of a bend into it, and it looks like I've really closed the gap up. Okay, it's really kind of tight. Then what I'll do is I'll grab it right underneath the barb and I'll open that whole gap way open, and then grab one more time in the middle and kind of close it up. It almost gives it the appearance of a slightly inward bend, but look how big that gap is, okay? This hook then, when it's tied onto your leader material, has got a great gap and it's super light wire. For chubs, you can't get a better hook. Now, the business end of my leader is also very, very important. This is Trilene, brand new, Trilene professional grade fluorocarbon. It's 100% fluorocarbon. And the neat thing about it is it's got a green tint to it. Almost all other fluorocarbons you see are clear. The green tint actually blends very well in with the water, and because it's fluorocarbon, it has the same light refractive index as water, so this line virtually disappears underwater. Again, the most natural look that you can give the fish. Then a brand new sinker end that just came out. The sinker itself is Fintech's new fin stick. The top part rattles, which I really like, is have a little bit of a rattle. The bottom part is a molded little U shape that rides on the bottom and glides real easily. You use a number 12 swivel. so that it will stop it. Basically, this sinker works really well. On the main line, I like to use Berkley's Trilene Max in 6-pound test. I also use the green tinted version of it. Max itself, the reason I like it for rigging is it peels off the reel real smooth. It's a real silky smooth line, extremely strong. It's a very, very strong line. So there you have it. It's regular rigging, but we've gone into the components to take you to that next level. This is the same stuff that I use for tournaments, and you're going to catch more fish because of it.
A new day brings with it a warmer sun and continuing calm water, which makes this live redtail minnow rigging bite all the more enjoyable for Gary and Mark as they persist in targeting the deep water bases of steep break lines in search of hungry walleye.
Got him?
Yeah. Under the boat hook set, probably have a horse mole pig smallie.
I see the sinker.
Hey Mark, your hook's on the line. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to lift this. Okay, here it comes. Oh, it's off. Okay. Here he is.
Yeah, we got line.
We got line. We got Wally. We got. He bit like he was a big smallie. Look at that. Now we can't leave this spot.
See? You were... Oh, beautiful fish.
Yeah, it is. It's a very good fish.
Okay, here, I'll let you take care of your fish.
Oh yeah. Manny, pop it right out. There you go. Just, at least, since I didn't give him much time thinking it was a smallmouth, he doesn't hook too bad, just inside the roof of his mouth.
Beautiful fish.
Beautiful fish. Boy, they are pretty here. Holy man. This one came right up off, almost off the top of this hump.
Okay.
About 18 feet of water, so maybe we got to move up just a hair shallower for the walleyes. Yeah, we'll try it out though. Oh, let him go. Fish location in the fall is really pretty easy. Find the deepest water in the lake or the system that you're fishing. Find the steepest drop-offs where that deep water butts up tight to the drop-off, and that's where literally every predator fish in the system is going to be located from about, the end of September on till mid-November or so. Those fish like to feed on steep breaks. All those types of fish. Today we've caught walleyes and smallmouths together. Many times you'll catch big northerns and muskies right with that mix. So steep drops, look at your GPS contour lines, find those drops, fish those edges, and you're going to catch a lot of fish.
Hot topics. Leading edge techniques and tackle designed to put more fish in your boat. Brought to you by thenextbite.com.
If you're looking for something hot in walleye fishing, one of the best places to look is tournament fishing. You know, tournament fishing a lot of times is a place where equipment is tested to the max, where the guys are using everything they can to catch a lot of fish quickly, and that can help everybody in walleye fishing. Well, when I went back last year and looked at the professional walleye trail, one statistic just popped out at me, and that is that 7 of the top 10 anglers in the professional walleye trail fished the big engine of a Verado. Now, when we're out on the tournament trail, some things that we look for in our big engine. Obviously, we want an engine that's very fast. Sometimes being to the spot first is a big advantage. Second thing, though, that we look for is good acceleration. Especially out in big waves, you got to be able to accelerate down the waves, be able to read the waves a little bit and run them. If you can run them that way, you can run them a lot quicker than your competition. The last thing, though, that I think makes the Verado stand out from any other big engine on the circuit is that it's a very quiet engine. And sure, that's nice when I'm running around, but where it's important is when I'm looking for fish. Many times for walleye fishing, we're searching and looking for the fish a long time before actually catching them or trying to catch them. With the Verado, what we've found is that you can go to a spot, even if it's fairly shallow, drive over it, look for the fish on your depth finder, and when you see them, turn around and start fishing them, and your big engine hasn't spooked them. And I think guys like Parsons, you know, both Chase and Gary, Gofron, Mark Martin, myself, have a huge advantage when we're running a Verado compared to any other engine. Now, new for next year, a 300 horse. So there's no doubt I'm going to be the first one to the spot and catch a lot more walleyes.
Just as dusk begins to claim the day, Mark feels a sudden increase in anxiety from the redtail minnow at the end of his line.
Maybe a bite, maybe just the chub seeing the fish and going crazy. This time of day, it's better not take any chances.
Although whatever was spooking Mark's minnow has appeared to disappeared. Gary has already moved the boat over top of where Mark's bait was, while reeling in his own line a little to avoid snagging. With his line now vertical in the same fish zone, a hard bite makes for a quick twist in the biter's initial plan.
Oh, he's right here, Mark. He's right here. Is it?
Yes!
That was
best, Gary.
Well, you had that bite. So I backed up right straight down, and I'm sitting there watching you, waiting to see if you got that fish. All of a sudden, my minnows start going dunk, 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 and it just went steady. And it was, God, that might be a fish.
He just liked your chub better than mine, that's all.
Yeah, either that or his brother did.
Nice fish. Here you
Good
go.
deal, thanks. There you go. There he goes, man.
You sure are pretty fish.
Yeah, they are here. Chunky too. It's fall, you know, they start putting their weight on. It's the whole deal.
Oh yeah.
Cool weather,
Full moon.
got calm, got beautiful.
Oh yeah.
I think we're gonna wrap her up too.
I think so.
Yep. Hey, buddy. There you go.
All right. Gary, what a great way to spend a fall day.
Yeah, it sure was.
I got the panfish plate.
Ooh. You're gonna put together a springer to eat, aren't you? Oh, look at
the
that.
size of that one. You had to show me up.
I'll tell you, when you think a perch is a smallmouth, it's a pretty good perch. What? Oh, you dropped it. Ah, darn it. The more you drop it, you got it off.
Yeah, you got your chub. He been detubbed.
Oh, it's alive! It's alive!
For more information on techniques, equipment, and fishing reports, make sure and visit thenextbite.com. Browse up-to-date articles by top pros and forum posts for the latest discussions on walleye, muskie, and northern pike. Thenextbite.com.